Thanks for the very Wayne's World style count in there, Chris Trott. Hello, Dungeons and Dragons fans. Welcome to High Rollers D&D. Welcome to A Rogue's Gambit, a little mini-series we're doing here on the Dungeons and Dragons Twitch and on High Rollers D&D Twitch to celebrate Dragon Heist, a brand new module. It's out now on D&D Beyond. I think it's out now in your local gaming stores. Oh, nice. You can pick it up. It's a really cool module from characters levels 1 to 5 that takes you through the city of Waterdeep and different paths that you can choose. It's very good. It's very exciting. We're the High Rollers. Don't worry about our weird matching cult hoodies. We've just got a bunch of new Yogscast merch and we're cold. We're not going to promote it here because we don't need to. But yeah,
it's the only clean clothing I had.
Yeah, it was cold.
Let me just take this one off.
Oh. They just comfy.
Yeah, very good, Tom. It's not our stream, Tom.
Sorry.
Right. Welcome. I'm Mark Humes. I'm the Dungeon Master, also known as Sherlock Humes. Joining me, we have Chris Trott Imus of Hat Films.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's weird because everybody this weekend was saying we miss like Chris. And I'm not used to knowing you as Chris.
Cacophony of, Chris is great, he's wonderful.
No,
what a Chris.
I love Chris. I'm so glad he's not here. Kim Richards.
Hey.
Tom Hazel.
Hello.
And then joining us this week, because sadly Katie can't make it, we have Rhiannon from our main campaign. Rhiannon's a new player over on our main campaign, Erois. And you've come in to play a special NPC guest who will be teaming up. An actual character from Dragon Heist. This isn't a player-made character, this is an NPC.
What?
Slightly tweaked, because she's much more powerful in the module. So, little nerf.
That's a good enough.
Welcome back, friends. The other thing to mention about this stream is, of course, is that it's also brought to you by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
It's a great free-to-play game. You can check it out on Steam. It's available on mobile apps as well. You can check that out. The way that this works is when you play through Idle Champions during the week, you can earn points, which unlocks dice that these guys can then spend in addition to their dice rolls. There is some talk about them trying to make the system that you will be able to choose whether the players get the dice or I get the dice.
No.
That was from people's viewers' suggestion, and the Idle Champions team were quite excited by the idea.
I'm not excited about that because you'll get them all.
Yeah, it's great. But these guys, for now, will be able to spend these dice to boost their dice rolls in any ways you see fit. So thank you for
That's so much dice for you to have.
Yeah.
I'm on strike.
Yeah. So look forward to that. That's if you play through Idle Champions, it's free to play. All you have to do is play the game, you complete quests, you go on a free play, you can earn points, you get rewards. There will be, at some point, below me in the box down there, a chest code you can use to get a free gold chest in game.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. You get a load of good loot from gold chests in that.
I need that for this.
Get a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It only lasts 24 hours though, so make sure you use it today. Have I forgotten anything else, anybody?
Probably.
Because I'm really tired. I was away at the weekend pretending to be a pirate in a field, so I'm very tired and very exhausted. So I might have forgotten something. It's going to be an interesting session.
No, I think we're good.
We good?
Yeah, let's just go in.
Just go in. Right, okay. So, let's do a bit of a recap. The party is a group of agents and spies put together by the Harpers, the famous organization that runs all throughout the Forgotten Realms. This special team, led by Aquamamba, played by Chris Trott. He talks like that. They have been put together to go to the city of Waterdeep, and their original mission was to meet with an agent codenamed Dandelion and recover an object called the Stone of Galore, and then to assist Dandelion in using the Stone of Galore to locate a fortune of 500,000 gold coins.
Wow. So much gold.
So much money. For doing this, the party will be paid 10% of the total sum, 50,000 gold, quite a fortune, but also given many favours with the political figures of Waterdeep, the Masked Lords, the Harpers, many, many others.
We could just take it all and leave.
There's been some pretty mad things. You could also do that. There's been some pretty mad things that have happened so far. Bertie, our Goliath boxer, has bought a magic horse that then ate his friend worm, a two-headed worm called Nerman. And then he tied that horse upside a tavern where they were to meet Dandelion, where then an explosion erupted outside the tavern, killing his horse, killing many civilians, and killing Dandelion, their contact. One figure made off with something that he recovered from Dandelion. There were many clues left behind at the scene, witnesses to be interviewed. Bertie took off in pursuit, chasing the figure down through the streets of Waterdeep, including comical chase involving walking window panes, glass being carted by.
I had to jump over some wolves at one point.
You jumped over some dogs, not wolves.
Dogs.
Yeah, sorry.
Some fighting dogs.
Big dogs.
Big dogs. Meanwhile, Boomer and Aquamember
Wats.
were pursued by the guards after Boomer intimidated a terrified young
Dangerous.
boy who had lost all of his family.
Interrogated is not the right
Interrogated, intimidated, in exchange for some sort of
Had no
necklace.
time.
word. Threatened is
Threatened,
the right word.
yes. In exchange for some sort of necklace of beads that the young man had recovered from a barrel.
What I said was I was going to
Aquamember disguised himself as a barrel. No, you active camouflaged against a
Like
crate.
wallpaper.
Yes, and it eluded the guards, as did Boomer. But you know that the Griffin cavalry are in pursuit, searching with spotlights through the alleyways as the guards themselves are fanning out to surround you. And that is where we're going to begin Rose Gambit today. Look,
Yeah.
I'm having a delicious sody pop, so I'm going to...
Other brands available.
Sody pop.
Cool. Bam.
Bam,
So we're
wham,
beginning it in the
jam-a-lam.
alleyway.
So, Boomer.
Oh, shit.
Aquamember, you have escaped.
Oh, we've escaped.
Using your
Nice.
camouflage, you have managed to escape notice.
Have I?
Yeah,
I'm literally just stood like this
Yeah.
You rolled
in
really
front of a
well, though.
crate
yeah.
or a barrel.
But
and
your skin is
I'm
all the
textured like a
perfect
barrel.
cover. Exactly. But also because you're so small and people would never expect anybody to try this, the guards have seemingly bypassed you for now.
And for some reason, they can't hear you whispering.
It's very busy in Waterdeep. The streets of Waterdeep are very loud. So at some point you might be able to return back to the crime scene or go off anywhere else if you want to try and escape. But Boomer, you are being pursued. You know that this spotlight is searching around you. You got away, but all of the exits to the alleyways have been blocked off, and you're now trying to go through these narrow, tiny corridored cobblestone streets of Waterdeep as night begins to fall. Night has already fallen, the moon is kind of above, lanterns flicker, you can see that there are torch sconces, you can hear the cries of the guard whistles being blown as they are encircling, asking locals, have you seen a goblin, an ugly, horrid goblin on the loose? Trying to...
Disgusting, filthy,
Filthy creature.
horrible god.
It's killed 12 babies. Yeah, it's
just the one baby, actually.
It's just the one baby, actually. As it's escalated and escalated, and you find yourself narrowly trying to navigate through these dirty, very dangerous alleyways of Waterdeep. And you come out into one of these alleyways, and as you begin making your way down, creeping silently, your little goblin feet going against the cobblestones as you make your way down. You, halfway down, you realise that in a flash of movement, something has moved sort of around on the rooftops above you. As you glance up, there's nothing there. You look to the side as you hear a clatter of, trash cans or barrels. Nothing's there. And then when you turn back in the direction you were facing, a woman is stood in the alleyway. She's dressed in black leathers with a hood, tall boots, a rapier at her side, and a mask, a domino-like mask, engraved with scales, is in your way. The Black Viper stands ahead of what you see. Well, Kim, what does the Black Viper see?
What you would see is a very small, very soot-encrusted, slightly burnt goblin with a really cool red mohawk and a little aviator hat. Giant bat with rusty
Like a
nails
baseball
in it.
bat. Like a
Yeah,
baseball bat.
with rusty nails in, and various weird devices, probably all a bit explodey, all
Nice.
over him. And he's clutching this kind of necklace with a couple of beads on it, and probably looks a little bit desperate, a little bit sweaty, and like, "Bleh."
And you catch him flat-footed. You are an expert of the streets of Waterdeep, Black Viper. This is your hunting ground, these alleyways. Drunken nobles or tourists are prime targets for your style of banditry. They often drop their coin purses and flee before you even have to draw it fully. But yeah, this goblin is unusual. And considering the guard presence, you are very much aware that this is probably the thing that they're looking for. They're looking for this goblin
thing.
who is
I
sneaking
have a
its way.
name.
No, you are a thing. You're a goblin.
Aw.
Faerun is very racist. I'm sorry.
I'm also like, grumbling under my breath. Racist. Racist.
Yeah, and you see this creature stood before you.
Awesome.
What would the two of you like to do?
I'd like to start a conversation. Okay. Looking a little lost there, little goblin.
I know where I am. I just don't know where everyone else is. Who are you?
Well, I'm a black viper. I'm well known for.
I don't know you.
I'm like, what?
What are you doing? That's weird.
I'm sorry. I get a bit excited. It's a nice necklace you got. Where'd you get it?
I like the slight Batman voice.
Batman.
Like, where are you? Where is it?
I'm meant to be the vigilante as well. I'm literally the vigilante.
Where is she?
You're the vigilante in the way the Joker is a vigilante.
What? And he's a lovable scam.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you running from?
The racists.
The racists. Who are the racists?
Like the people with the guards and the watch and the official badges and all that.
see.
Ooh, I'm a hoity-toity watchman. Ooh, I think that goblin blew everyone up. Because goblins do that. Oh, they ate a baby as well. Look, it was one baby and it was 10 years ago, all right?
Okay, so you're what they're looking for. I can. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Do you need help? I can help you. You seem like fun. I'd like to.
I have been described as fun, yes.
Yeah.
I am a lovable scamp.
I have been described as fun in my life, yes.
Once or twice.
At this point, you could probably smell me now. Like quite
yeah,
pungent
like,
smell of like oil and soot and pungent sweat from all the running.
Yeah.
I know the city well. I know it better than you do. I could help you. Let me help you.
I mean, all my life when I was a young boy, I hoped to meet beautiful women all dressed in black in dark alleyways asking me to come with them. Have I died and gone to heaven? I don't know, so let's just test this out. After you, my dear.
Yeah. I was going to say, the Black Viper, you are so well trained in the city, you can easily avoid these guards,
Yeah.
these beat cops.
Nice.
They're chumps for you.
Cool.
You lead Boomer into what appeared to be just the back of a building, some sort of building, but with a few taps on the wood, you begin sliding panels out of the wall itself. And you step through into a little secret corridor into a cellar that you know will lead out into a small drinking establishment down the way, and then from there you should be able to escape into the thronged crowds of the metropolis that is Waterdeep. And I should point out, Waterdeep is an enormous city, and it is full of varied creatures and people and races. All kinds of people from different backgrounds come here. Almost nothing except goblins is really looked down upon in Waterdeep.
Okay.
Also, Kim, as a point, you'll be pleased to know that this chest, the code for today's chest, is a Nova reference from Erois. Air Ganassi chest for you. There you go. So I'm pretty sure Clive came up with all of those, so that's why he knows Erois. But there you go. Aquamamba. What would you like to do? You have eluded the guards, but you can now see that they're beginning to take control of the crime scene, where the stone was taken, where this explosion occurred. They're beginning to interview all the witnesses. They're beginning to scour it for clues, and they're actively looking around. What would you like to do?
Okay, let's have a look at myself.
Would you like me to go to Bertie while you figure out how your character works? Okay.
I'm going to cast Disguise Self again,
Right, okay.
but I'm going to turn into just a peasant.
Okay. Like a little peasant halfling?
Yes.
Okay.
So
So your beautiful blue striped suit becomes beige and brown and boring
disgusting
colours. Yeah.
Boils on my face.
Okay.
Dirty, ragged hair.
Do you even have
Bald
shoes?
patch on top. No shoes. One shoe.
One shoe.
One shoe with a hole and a toe poking out.
Yep. Okay. Classic.
Crusty toe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hobble along, mumbling to myself.
Okay.
But I'm going to mumble,
A criminal always returns to the crime.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a little look around, Aquamamba style.
Okay.
I'm narrating myself because I'm
Yeah. It's very Jeff Goldblum. I like it. Carry on. So you make your way through, and you can see as you actually return to the crime scene, It's not just that the guards are actively interviewing people. You can now see that somebody has arrived to take command of the situation. 2 individuals in particular are leading the investigation. And there's certainly interesting characters that you can see. They're both human, although one is a dwarf, sorry. One is a human. The human male is wearing armor of the guards. You can see a long sword at his side. He looks quite old, like an old wizened captain of the guards. Grey moustache, very finely twirled and pressed, slicked back kind of hair, little balding spot. Looks very regal. Is very kind of going around judging everything, like looking down his nose. He kind of nods as he walks around. He barks a few orders as people pass, and seems to be focused more on the men. The dwarf is wearing robes. He carries like a cane, topped with some sort of crystal. And you can see he's very close down to the ground. He's tasting the soot of the blast marker. He's looking around strangely, analysing things, and seems to be fully investigating the scene itself.
And you go to the dwarf.
Okay. He doesn't even seem to notice you until you're right next to him.
Where's my wife?
He like stops.
My wife!
He like looks up at you, and you can see that as he looks up, his eyes are actually shimmering in colours. You can see that some sort of magic spell was obviously active when you spoke to him. He's like, "What are you talking about, my good man?"
There was an explosion.
Hang on, I have to get his pipe.
My wife was running to the bar because she forgot to pay, and then there's a huge explosion.
Sir Cromley! Sir Cromley! And the older human guard man looks around. He's like, "Yeah, one of the perhaps one of the survivors or victims' partner is here. Deal with this. I'm busy investigating the scene. The game is afoot, Sir Cromley. The game is afoot."
There it is.
It's just like, yes, my good man. Yes, Barnabas Blastwind will solve the crime. Fear not. But Sir Cromley is the one to speak to about dead bodies or some such, I don't know.
You should know if you're investigating the crime, surely.
Oh, my crime is a greater one, my good man. I must find out what caused the explosion, and also what happened. And then he dramatically points to the missing body that was here! And you can see a faint outline.
Wait, I'm looking at the outline. No, it can't be. My wife!
He looks down at a very clear human male sword shape, like, give me a deception check with disadvantage. Hey, you throw enough dice, you might make it. Oh, okay. This is the Kim Richards school of using the
Boom is
dice.
chaotic.
I use 4.
Just the 4?
4d6, okay.
Just the 4?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Shit, they blended in.
That 4 there.
18
Was
plus 5.
Disadvantage.
4 plus 5, 9.
Plus your skill bonus.
24.
4 plus...
4, 8, 10,
Oh, I see, you're
13,
adding the...
17
I
plus.
thought that the 5 was the dice. Okay, so 24 even with disadvantage. All right. Let's see how much Barnabas Blastwind can make an insight check on. Natural 20.
Boom, 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 boom.
Doesn't even need a d6.
But I got 24.
Yeah. And he adds his skill bonus from insight to it. And you are dealing with Barnabas Blastwind, my good man. You cannot fool me with such deceptions. I see the magic on you. Sir Cromley, I think that we have... Hakumaba! Okay. Right.
I love this so much.
Give me a second.
Pokemon.
I need to
Yell
get...
his name before he runs off.
Let me just get the stats for Barnabas Blastwind.
Panicked. Panicked.
It's like Zoidberg.
Okay,
Well, that was
so...
Boomer running away like
So how are you trying to get away? What are you doing? You go, Aquamamba! And then what do you do? There is probably, the square itself is about, I would say, 30, 40 feet, kind of an open square, like a kind of like square in between a bunch of buildings. But there are all sorts of alleyways splitting off. You can reach any edge and run from there. So you've got 20 feet before you hit an edge, and then you'll have to, then you can make it into an alleyway.
Okay, I'm going to run towards an alleyway
Okay.
as fast as I can.
Yes.
But also cast Mage Hand and Bitch Slap.
Barnabas Blastwind.
To
Okay.
stop him talking before he's like,
Okay, so you're like, bah! Okay, so the mage hand just goes off. You actually knock the pipe out of his mouth. It's like, as he gets
give a
slapped.
shit.
And then you rush, you dash off towards the alleyway.
Yes.
Okay,
fleet-footed halfling.
okay. What does that mean?
I don't know, I'm just hoping
You're hoping it
It has the
matters
word
somehow.
fleet in
He's
it.
just saying
Okay.
words.
I can do Step of the Wind as a bonus action. So I'll do that to...
Okay, so that you can dash with that, right?
yes.
So what's your total distance you can go?
So I can go a total
Because
of
I want to look up the range of something.
35 feet in total, and then I'll dash
Bigger
to
mage
70. But I'm doing it as a bonus action. 70 feet
So you're 70 feet away.
in 6 seconds.
That's
And-
pretty quick
and
for a tiny man.
Mage handing.
Well, how are you making? Because a mage hand would be an action to cast.
Yeah, I've got a bonus action.
To dash,
To step
30
in the wind.
feet. Yeah, so that's 30 feet. Plus your normal movement of 30 feet.
35.
Oh, have you 35 movement?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Apparently so.
Damn, you're faster than me with Step of the Wind. Pretty good.
You're like Bowser. You take time to speed up and hit your max speed.
Yeah, but
Wow.
if anyone comes up behind me
Wow.
and spins me round, they can throw me into a bomb. It's pretty
Yeah.
devastating.
Oh,
All they have little hat
we're out
marks.
of range.
Yes.
Oh,
We should
yeah.
try that.
Not throwing me.
Are you out of range? Sorry, I was not expecting you to
Bitch slap.
deal. Oh, that's no. He hasn't got the range.
It's a real shame.
You have a smoke bomb. It's like boom, away.
Okay.
I've got a smoke bomb actually.
Oima does.
So, so basically, okay, so in that case, you watch as Barnabas Blastwind, you guards! And he points in your direction, and his little feet, and he tries to run after you, but he doesn't get very far. Sir Cromley takes a moment. He doesn't seem to really fully understand what's going on, but he sees you running, and that's kind of his turn, is realizing what's happening.
He sees a peasant running, right?
He sees a peasant running, yes.
Fool them again.
Give me a stealth check. Give me a stealth check to see if you can disappear into the alleyway
With
a second time.
Advantage.
Why?
I don't understand this level of play.
I'm disguising self, so
I mean, yes.
There's an
You
extra
don't
layer.
look like you.
I'll just do it normally.
Okay.
20!
Okay, 20.
I've got a +6 expertise.
Oh. So I'll do Sir Cromwell as well. Oh. So, Aquamamba slithers into the alleyways and vanishes from the crime scene once again. And yeah, you can easily make your way around to
sweet.
another area of Waterdeep.
How do I get away with this shit?
And then you turn up again.
You roll-
as a
you
slightly different peasant.
If you can keep doing the spell slot, sure. Bertie.
husband!
my husband!
Bertie,
Hello.
what would you like to do?
What would I like to do? Well,
So
I'm
you were knackered.
like
you were
miles away, aren't I?
you would basically run something like 400 or 500 feet away from the crime scene. The last you saw of your quarry, the man with the burned face, was it in The Fugitive? Is it the man with the? Was it like Harrison Ford? He said it wasn't me. It was the blah 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 man.
I have not seen The Fugitive in
Oh, no,
such a long time.
That's why I can't.
I know
remember.
I'm old, but
Yeah.
like.
I mean, I'm also old.
Also, assume our audience has never seen
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
The D&D audience have seen The Fugitive. I
Oh,
firmly
maybe.
believe they've seen it.
Yeah, fair.
But anyway, Tom Hazel,
Yes.
you saw your quarry, the half-burned man,
Yeah.
had vanished into a noble district called the North Ward. But the crowds were too thick that you kind of lost him in the blend of people.
I mean, I think I'd probably spend a long time just watching the crowd go by, just like, are you the guy? No. Are you the... No.
Okay. Yeah, you watch the crowd for some time. A few hours pass. It is quite late. Yeah. This is well.
Bertie.
It's Bertie, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, and eventually I'll sort of slowly walk back, I suppose, to where I last saw everyone else.
Even though this is really late at night, this all happened about 10, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Waterdeep is like New York. It doesn't sleep. It's always busy. People
Okay.
are always out. There are carriages going to and fro. The city's nightlife is as lively as its day life. It's always active. The crowds are thick. People are always out. People are hawking wares, selling food. Restaurants are open. Shops are open. It is a city that does not sleep. There are magical lights along all of the main thoroughfares, which provide lights the whole year round. Advertisements of magical illusions.
Wow.
It's kind of like a Times Square along these kind of like main
I
thoroughfares.
feel like
and things
surrounded by that beauty, Bertie has hit that point like in the middle part of the film when the depression really kicks in.
Right, okay.
And he's like
This the
stumbling
arc.
around, like smashing walls, like, Grundle! No! And then walking past people and being like, they killed Grundle! Until eventually I just collapse on the floor and
Yeah,
huddle
I
up
think
and
like you probably narrowly avoid being arrested because you look like a mad person. Like
I'm not mad. I'm madly in love.
Yeah. You're walking around yelling Grundle. People are very confused. But yeah, the realization that you're
I like
horse,
look through a window.
Nerman, both
there's water
Nerman
coming
and
down.
Grundle. Yeah, you're like,
It's black
hello,
and white.
darkness, my old friend. Darkness comes around again.
Yeah, I'm just crying.
Yeah.
Forever sleeping.
Yeah. and then yeah, you just have this image of this half-burned man running from fleeing the scene.
Yeah, and then I burst into a musical.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it, but just
Well,
imagine
then
I did.
you don't do it.
Oh. Grundle, you were my favorite horse.
I really had a cool idea for this campaign of it being Mission Impossible and James Bond, and it was going to be
There's
really
still
cool.
hope for this team.
No, there isn't. No, I've given up. So you've all gotten away. You've all, where would you like to meet back up? Do you have an organised meet point that you arrange with Aquamamba? Do you just head back to the outskirts of the Troll Skull alley?
I mean, I think we were just all going to head back to the crime scene. That's where we last saw
Yeah, I
each
don't
other.
want to be anywhere near all
Yes,
the gods.
Aquamamba.
Can Aquamamba do an intelligence check for memory issues as to whether he remembered telling the group where to meet up again?
I mean, well, no, that would be up to them to remember
Yeah.
that.
No, whether I told them or not.
You
Whether I remember to tell them.
So you want to basically go, can I roll to rewind time? Is that what you're asking me?
And
And
in.
actually tell them and say that I told them to meet up somewhere. That's actually what you're asking me, isn't it, Chris Trott? Sure, you can do that. The DC will be 35.
And I'm rolling intelligence.
Yeah, you can roll.
That's a +0.
Yeah.
So I need at
A
least
lot of dice.
3 of those, an actual 20.
Oh, you could roll more than 3. There's no limit to how many you can roll.
You know what? I'm going back to the watering hole, the yawning portal.
You can go to the yawning portal.
Yes,
Okay.
where we first organised this.
I mean,
Debacle.
I guess I was just going to head back to where the explosion was.
However, you are quite far away from everybody else.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, yeah. For the sake of brevity, and because there are only a few episodes left in this micro-series, you encounter Bertie as you are making your way towards the yawning portal.
lucky.
Boomer appears from the shadows, accompanied by a mysterious woman. As you all meet up
Yeah, she does that a
somewhere
lot.
in Waterdeep.
I'm not going to meet them directly. Can I see Bertie and then duck into the shadows?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to use my cantrip message to point at him and send a message
Sure.
telepathically. I see you.
You hear a whisper. I see.
Grundle?
No!
No, I'm just.
Grundle, are you there?
No, it's Aquamamba!
Oh.
Look!
Huh?
Look, it's me!
What did you? Where were you?
I spoke in your mind.
You can do that?
I can do that.
Oh, that's
Aquamamba.
real cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Look behind you.
is that wait? Whoa.
It's Boomer.
Oh, I thought it was going to be
Wait.
Grundle again.
I'm going to duck into the shadows as soon as I see the Black Viper,
Okay.
thinking it's a threat.
Okay. Make a stealth check. Give me a perception check. Black Viper.
I'm just picking my nose at this point.
Do you have a bonus on it?
Perception 2.
22.
Oh,
9.
you didn't see him.
I'm going to cartwheel into a barrel. The lid's already open.
Do I actually
He's in
try?
there now.
Sure, you can make a perception check as well.
18.
Don't see him.
Don't see.
Aquamamba, if nothing else, if he is useful for one thing, it's hiding.
barrel?
Yeah, it's being in inanimate objects, crates, barrels, cardboard boxes.
bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bertie! Bertie! Boomer's been held kidnapped. It's kidnapped.
What? What?
There's someone with Boomer.
Boomer. Oh, hey, Boomer. Hey, Black Viper.
Hello.
I know because she's my contact.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So yeah,
Perfect.
so Bertie, you look over and see the Black Viper. I would love a very short flashback on how Bertie and the Black Viper know each other.
God.
Because I would like to know how this incredibly skilled, well-known bandit woman thief knows Bertie.
Wow. What if maybe...
There's no what if, Tom Hayes.
Okay.
This is
it. I'm
Okay,
making
do
your
it.
story now.
You can work together. That's fine.
So I'm an ex-boxer,
Nice.
and I used to be pretty smart until I took like 300-400 hits to the head, right?
Right.
So what if you were my coach?
Oh, I like that.
And you're the reason why I'm so quick on my feet as a big guy.
So you had special training.
Yeah.
Probably like
Sparring
kind of like
partners.
Rocky. You were like the back alley trainer. Like you would just appear and you would train by lifting things like crates you found in alleyways and lost horses. That kind of Rocky style in the
what
woods.
What are your specialties again? Well, I guess this is...
Yeah. The Black Viper is well known for burglary, sneaking into places, stealing things. Kind of think of like the Catwoman or Black Cat of Waterdeep.
like the night.
I've been watching Gotham all week, and I just can't help but think you're Solomon Grundy, you're the cat, I'm probably some weird Penguin Joker amalgamation.
Yeah.
I don't know what you are.
Batman!
You're like the really shitty Dick Grayson. You're like the really lame Robin.
Well, maybe there was like a fight going on, and there was like a whole lot of money from people's bets, and I was the only one that caught you trying to steal it. Or something like that.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So everyone had like all of their bets on this fight. In this
This
box.
is like a big fight organised. Maybe this will tie in with how you got in trouble with the Xanathar and the Black Network. This was a fight orchestrated by these two crime gangs.
Yeah.
It was a big fight, loads of championship fights going on. You were one of the competitors, Bertie. This is in a place called... Oh God, there's actually a place for this and I can't remember what it's bloody called.
The boxing ring.
No, there is a... There's a
gonna be a
place
cooler name.
under Skullport, it's called.
Yeah, that's way cooler.
There's a place called Skullport beneath Waterdeep, which is the top layer of an ancient dungeon, which was built by a mad wizard long, long ago. And Skullport is basically, it's underneath the docks, so it faces into an underground cove, basically. And Skullport is where all the criminal scum. This is the Mos Eisley of Waterdeep.
Wow.
And it's run by a creature called the Xanathar, a beholder who runs a thieves guild. And the Xanathar and the Black Network, the Zentrim, which is a kind of like global bad guy organization, organized this match. You were the fighter, and you can pick which side you want to be a fighter on.
Which side?
Yeah, who was you fighting for? The Xanathar or the Black Network?
I don't know, probably the red corner. I don't know.
Let's roll the dice. Cool, it was the Zentrim.
Cool. Are they the good guys?
Sure.
Yay!
You don't know anymore.
You don't know
No,
anymore.
I've got no idea.
So you were one of the top fighters, the prized fighters in this championship match.
Awesome.
But as the match concluded and you're kind of beaten up in your Rocky state, like, Adrian, it was revealed that the prize money had gone missing. All the fighters are sent out to try and find it, and maybe you just caught on the edge of Skullport the
I catch
Black
up
Viper.
to you, but for whatever reason, I let you go
Yeah.
with the money.
Yeah, for some reason, maybe a favor owed, perhaps. So the Black Viper owes you one.
Yeah.
Bam. There you go. So we see this meeting. So that kind of flashback. We see the scene of how these two meet. We see like a wounded, like Adrian, Rocky style Bertie. Like I like the idea of like a waterfall and like a cavern, like the kind of like edge of a cliff, and the Black Viper's there with her sword.
Yeah.
And you're like, you'll owe me one day. You'll owe me one, Black Viper. You'll owe me one day.
You better pay me back.
And then just whoosh, like falling off like a badass. And then we hear a splash, and then as that we fade back into this kind of meeting. And Aquamamba, you see Bertie's just like, hey Black Viper!
What?
Oh yeah, I know her. She's cool.
We go back.
We go back a real long way.
I'm gonna tip the barrel over and roll it to the middle and just kind of crawl out.
Oh, you crawl out. I think you can do a pop-up pirate.
I probably couldn't write the barrel again.
Okay.
What?
Oh, so
What?
I kind of let her go. She took a load of money.
Is she taking a share of the money?
What money?
The money we're gonna get from the job?
We're getting paid for this?
Oh, no. I mean, no, we're not.
Oh.
No, absolutely, it's a volunteer.
You are getting paid for this.
I like being Batman. I'm going to be a rip-off Batman. Yes. Ah.
You are getting paid for this, Bertie. Don't listen to him.
Oh, nice. How much?
Like 3 gold.
3?
No.
Hey! Oh.
3 whole gold.
No.
Just for you, Bertie.
I mean, I'm already down the hole. I paid like 300 gold for Grundle.
Where is Grundle?
What do you mean, where is he? He blew up.
Oh, yeah, he blew up. Hilarious
It
sound.
wasn't funny. It was very depressing.
More importantly than Grundle dying horribly and all over the street,
Yeah, it was everywhere.
we've lost Dandelion, our only contact. We should discuss this with this person here. Who are you?
Oh, I already told her everything.
Why?
What, it was a long walk.
It's not part of the team. I didn't get a turtleneck.
I had nothing else to talk about, alright?
I didn't get your turtleneck. I'm sorry.
It's okay, don't worry. Don't worry.
Are you taking a share now?
Sheriff, what? Why are you guys here?
No reason.
We gotta go and find some dude and like get this stone.
He's blown
and,
up.
Like, yeah.
And we're going to get 3 gold for it.
You're gonna get 125, you twat.
125.
And you're looking for him.
Yes.
Oh,
What a deal.
cool. That's
Yes.
It's more than your fingers and your toes, yes.
How's it
Oh,
going?
yeah, it is.
Pretty bad. Our only contact exploded in the middle of the street, and also we may look like criminals that did it.
Oh, but hey, I know who did it. I know who did do the blow up.
You do?
Yeah, he burned on one side of his face, and he had like a tattoo of a thing.
What's
That's right, a black, winged black serpent.
Yeah,
Which you think you should know, but you've forgotten because you're Bertie.
yeah, it's a snake. It's like you. It's like you.
No, it's like more like
Oh,
me.
we got a snake off!
It's more like me.
Black Viper, Aquamember.
Yeah, you're gonna have to change your name.
I see you're a fellow purveyor of snake names.
I do like my snakes, yes.
Very nice.
Aquatic-based snakes.
Aquatic snakes,
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah, they hold their breath way longer than ground snakes. They just have wing versatility. And they're ultimately better than any
Rhiannon's dead. Like, it's not the Black Viper, you killed Rhiannon.
Unless Black Viper just audibly laughs out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah, I think so.
She just laughs at
That could be true.
Ultimately, I chose...
I'm honestly, I'm just gonna sit back. Like, I had a really tiring weekend. I'm just gonna sit here for a
Snake
while.
would you be, Bertie?
You would never be a snake.
I mean,
Too
Maybe an
clumsy.
anaconda?
I'd probably be like Norman.
That was a worm.
What?
Yeah, he was a worm.
Oh, I thought we had something in common, Aquamamba.
No, that was a worm. And you put it in a horse's mouth.
Another horse is dead.
The horse blew up. Maybe Norman's still there. Maybe Norman's still
I'm not going back there.
Oh,
Can't go back.
why?
I've lost my peasant outfit and my own outfit to the gods.
Great. Well, where are we going?
Well, while you idiots were busy running away and doing whatever you were doing,
I
well,
was chasing you actually because they all
yeah,
thought
you
were
almost
the-
blew my cover, mate. I
You
tried
almost-
to get away, and you were being like, "Oh, Boomer, get away here!" Oh, and then you were a barrel. What was that?
That's how I get away, Aquamamba.
Anyway, you're Aquaman, bro, Boomer.
I know.
That's how I get away, Aquamamba.
Okay.
Aquamamba.
It's my Aquamamba routine.
Well, Boomer here ain't just a pretty face.
Yep.
I'm also pretty smart, you see. See, I rustled that body before I had to off-ski. And
You
I,
did?
I found things.
Which body?
The dandelion. Dandelion's
Oh.
body.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you not see it, little gnome?
No, I didn't.
No? He had a little dandelion badge on his lapel.
Oh yeah, I saw him running towards me before, like a big flash of light and then a big dead horse.
Well, so we got the stone.
Stop laughing.
He didn't have the stone on him.
What did he have?
He had this wooden chip, and I hold up a little poker chip
Yep.
with a smiling mermaid on it.
Yep.
Right.
He had seaweed on his boots,
Yep.
and he smelt like you do. Smelt like the sewers.
What? I don't smell like sewers.
Yeah, you do.
I wear cologne, like a classy gentleman.
What is it?
No,
Eau
you
de
smell like
toilette.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
So yeah.
You've heard it.
Yeah.
As a point of evidence for the adventure, by the way, Kim, because you also found other things on the body, which I know you don't want to tell everybody else, but this is for your knowledge. The gemstones you found are exquisitely cut. They would have to have come from a very wealthy family, likely some sort of valuable jewelry item. So they could probably be traced where they came from.
And that's all I found.
Can I do an intelligence check, please?
You can make an insight check, and Boomer can make
No,
a...
it's nothing to do with. It's cocked.
Oh,
Oh no, that's an actual 20.
that's an natural
not
20.
cocked then.
What is this about? What are you trying to figure out?
Can I have a look at this this poker chip?
Ching!
I drop it.
I'd like to point out as well, while you guys were off buying your horses and getting your little sweatshirts and whatever you were doing,
Turtlenecks!
It's just the one horse, actually.
Boomer here actually did some real work. You call yourselves professionals. I talked to some of my contacts, and I heard some murmurs about some Luskin fellow down on the docks on these pleasure barges.
What does some lusty fellow got to do with
Luskin.
anything? What?
Luskin.
What's a Luskin?
I don't know, but I'll find out.
What's a Luskin with you? Was that a joke?
Get one, Bertie!
Yeah.
If any of
Luskin
you...
is a kingdom to the north, which has always been at rivals with Waterdeep and the Sword Coast Alliance.
That-
Boring Dungeon Master Mark, providing all the lore to interrupt your comedy.
Well, in my chat with some of the guys in the Yawning Portal, they mentioned pleasure barges and they had casinos on them.
Oh,
So I think that poker chip belongs to one of them barges.
well, I was gonna say it's likely that Dandelion was a purveyor of underwater casinos
Well, it's on the
because
water.
of the seaweed.
Yeah.
And I assume he held his breath for a long while
I mean, that's a poker
to
chip.
be able to enter a casino that's entirely underwater.
Or it's from the boat.
Could well be. We will
The boat.
definitely put that on board.
It's called the Sea
It's an
Maiden's
idea.
Fair. Actually,
Oh.
I've got a date to go there with that rich fella. What's his name?
Let me
Mert.
consult my notes here.
They're a bit burnt. Mert,
All right, well done.
you were at the same bar. What were you doing?
You followed my instructions to the point, so
You
I
actually were kind of shady with the instructions. You
I
just
like to-
mumbled a lot about sweaters.
exactly at which point I will need to pick those up. If we are to continue as a team, I will have to reorder yours.
I don't need a sweater, it's fine, don't worry.
You will need a
I've got my
turtleneck.
own garb, it's okay. It's okay.
Just let him have this. He
You can
won't
show
shut up.
them what you look like if you want.
Oh.
I look like Batman.
Like
Batman
Catwoman
meets-
meets Batman,
Yeah.
basically.
Can
Dark
that
clothes
pass?
Assassin's Creed.
Way cooler than the turtlenecks. Yes, very Ezio Auditore.
Yes.
We can fit. Could probably squeeze a turtleneck over the top. It's important to represent our branding
Okay.
and to really
fine.
put our team name Aqua Mamba out there. Mamba's members.
Okay. That sounds great.
Oh god.
Thank you.
Tom
Cool.
hates it, but he loves it.
That's actually not even what he ordered. He's actually forgotten what he actually ordered.
Mamba's members.
Would I know about
forget it.
casinos and stuff?
Yes, so give me, you're gonna know some stuff no matter what.
Yes.
But roll me a, let's do it as a straight intelligence, so just a d20 plus your intelligence modifier. But also Rhiannon,
Hello.
because you've not been in an episode before, this big pool of dice,
Yeah.
you may use it any time. And you can use as
Anytime.
many of them as you want.
As many as I want.
And it adds to your dice roll.
You can grab a clump.
But you have to grab some before the roll.
Yes, you can't,
Yeah,
you can't add them
roll it
afterwards.
and
I'm
then
gonna
be
grab
like, "Meh."
3.
Oh, that's very conservative.
He just wants you to use them all.
19.
6, 7, 19, 26, plus
26, and then
Cool.
plus your intelligence, which I think is
0.
0. So 26, okay. So there's a couple of things you know.
Those are gone.
Yeah.
Let me go to some advanced notes I made.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Sea Maiden's Fair. As Boomer speaks about it, there's some things you do know, because you've obviously been in Waterdeep a long time. You know a bit more about the city than these guys do. They arrived not long ago, and the Sea Maiden's Fair is actually 3 ships. It's a trio of ships, but the whole thing is called the Sea Maiden's Fair. It arrived not long after the rumours of this stone and the money, which you've been kind of pursuing and trailing, came into Waterdeep. They kind of almost seem to arrive at a suspiciously similar time. It is 3 ships, the Eyecatcher, the Heartbreaker, and the Hellraiser.
Love that. That's cool.
The Eyecatcher is actually moored out in the harbour. It's actually out at sea. The other 2, however, are moored and docked and they are open to the public. They contain casinos, dancers, there are wonders, clockwork people, there are animals, strange lizards, there are shows that you can go and see aboard them. There is company for the evening if one so requires such matters.
Are there goblin belly dancers?
Maybe. Who knows what wonders the Sea Maiden's Fair will have.
What a wonder that would be.
What a wonder that would be. The Eye Catcher does have casino, but the Eye Catcher is reserved for elite guests only. It's by invitation only. And with your 26, the only other thing of information you know is that it's all run by a man called Zardoz Zord. No, Zord Zardoz. Zord Zardoz.
Zord Zardoz.
Zord Zardoz. And he is a flamboyant Luskan who has befriended many of the nobles around Waterdeep.
Cool.
And yeah, he very much enjoys games of chance. He loves having big, high-stakes 3-Dragon Ante games aboard his ship, but it is invitation only.
Cool.
There is also a rumor that he has been seeing a lady, a noble woman who lives in the North Ward district called Yala Growlhund. And she is, they've been having a bit of a thing on the side that her husband doesn't know about.
But everyone else does.
Yes.
Aww.
And she is having, in fact, I will give you some more information because you are Black Viper.
Yes.
And also, for brevity's sake, you know that Yala Growlhund is having a dinner party this evening, of which Zord Zardoz is a guest.
What is happening with these?
Zord!
Zord Zardoz.
Well, and Yala, sorry, I've
Yala Growlhund.
Yala Growlhund and Zord Zardoz.
This module has some of the most ridiculous names.
Okay.
Do you remember Floon Blagmar?
Yeah.
So that was a real one?
That is from this module.
Oh man,
Yep.
I thought Bertie was a good name.
Floon Blagmar.
I quite like
Fantastic.
rhyme and flow.
Yeah, right. That was
Rhyme and flow.
that was all Mark Humes, baby.
Oh, was that? Oh.
That whole hostage thing at the beginning, yeah, that was this guy. Thanks,
brag.
Kim.
Well, I really genuinely
Your
like it.
check's in the mail.
Can I have my inspiration?
No, because you have a pool of dice to use.
Oh.
Pool.
Nice.
Right. So,
Treasure trove.
so yeah, it's about midnight at this point. Many of you are exhausted and tired.
I'm
The
exhausted.
dinner party is tonight, as in you are now in the next day. You're at 12 a.m.
Right,
that
okay.
day. It's
Oh,
So it's
this
that
evening.
night.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So, what would
you-
you like to do?
Are you gonna like share that information?
I shall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And in which case, I'm like,
Should write all that down then.
I think Rhiannon's done a good enough job.
Yeah.
You just look at that. I love Rhiannon's note taking. It's like the most erratic, like skull port, draw a skull.
It's amazing.
I'm just gonna like sigh when you kind of give all this information out. I'll be like, all right, and I'm gonna hold up one gemstone and be like, oh, I found this.
Whoa! Holy
Where'd
moly!
you find that?
I found it on Dandelion's body.
That's important.
Worth about, I think I said 100 gold each one.
Yes.
Yeah, so but judging by the size of it and the cut, it's worth about 100 gold.
That's
Very fine work.
I reckon this could be traced. Does anyone know? That looks like quite a nice cut.
yeah. I could trace it.
No, it's off. on
Hey,
his
what if
enemy.
that's why the guys were chasing him?
Or because they knew he had the stone of galore and everybody wants it.
Is that Stone of Galore?
No.
Does it look like the Stone of Galore?
No.
What does the stone of galore look
Why
like?
would they chase him if they're after that and that's not the Stone of Galore?
It might be a key.
A what?
It might be like a trail.
A trail? That's
Trail.
no, that's not a trail.
No, but it might
It's very much a
carved
gem.
trail. It might be, you know, part of a trail. There might be one thing leads to another that leads to the stone.
Is that a map?
Black Viper, you look like you know your way around some cut gems.
I appreciate the compliment. I will have a look for you.
Okay. Yeah, you can give me an intelligence check again.
So, you won't let me touch the gem, and we're a team. But you let the stranger touch it.
I like it more than you.
Ooh. So that's a natural 1, but that is an 11 on those dice. So that's 12 total.
That's 12 of that.
I mean, you love gemstones, obviously. They're great loot.
Who doesn't?
This one's worth some money. But you have no idea where this goes. It's a gem.
I don't know.
You,
I don't
you
know.
put them in a bag and then you sell them to people, and that gives you money.
Yeah,
or you take them out of stuff. That's as far as you know, unfortunately.
it's very nice. I would sell it for a high price, but unfortunately,
Oh, you keep
I have
it,
no
darling.
choice.
A gem for my gem.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
you kidding me?
You've got 100 GP gem.
Wait.
Quite clear what we need to do, team.
Huh?
It's quite clear what we need to do here.
Yeah.
We need to get into the casino.
Into the casino.
I've got a date.
A date.
What we need to do is
Well,
dress the
we
goblin
need to-
up like the wife.
Like the wife, yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking I'm the same wavelength as you.
Go to class.
Or we beat the shit out of this Zord guy and say, we're gonna tell your wife or husband, I can't remember which,
What?
The husband
that we
of
know
the
about
wife.
the cheating and the
The
affair.
husband of the wife.
And if you don't give us what we want, we're gonna tell everybody.
But how do we get to him? She said it's like an invitation only to get to him.
We're gonna dress the goblin up like...
So the invitation only to get to the casino on the ship out at sea. The dinner party you don't know much about. The dinner party is a separate event.
We should get one of us into the
But
dinner party.
But certainly getting to a dinner party in the city will probably be easier than getting aboard a ship out in the middle of the harbour, basically. You think?
Some good information there.
Don't trust my information just because I'm the dungeon master. I could be completely lying.
We gotta get into the casino, and to do that, we need to schmooze. With Zord.
We do what? Snooze.
Schmooze.
Schmoes.
Schmooze.
Schmoozing.
Right. Okay.
I'm a great
To
schmoozer.
do that, you've got the most feminine figure.
I look at Black Viper.
Yep, you've got the most feminine figure.
At this
We need
point,
to-
I'm just sniffing my armpits. Yeah.
We need to dress you up.
Well, it's early morning. I would say you have enough time for a long rest and then to make any preparations in the city to try and go to... Are you going to try to go to the casino or are you trying to go to the dinner party?
Wherever
My suggestion was dinner party.
Zordon is, I think.
He is rumoured
Zardoz.
to be attending the party this evening.
Right. Well,
We should.
But then it's also his ships. Like, the ships are his, so he could also be there. This is really where do you guys want to go?
It's high risk, it's high reward. I like it. Let's do it.
Well, the casino?
Do the casino. Or is it
I feel like you just keep saying
dinner.
something without actually knowing what you're talking about.
We got two choices. We can either go to the casino, which is invitation only, but it's where this chip came from, and maybe these gems. One gem.
And-
I don't know.
Yeah, and Zord runs the three ships. He runs the Sea Maiden's Fair.
Or we crash this dinner party where Zord Lord's going to be and threaten him about this. What's
The
my
affair.
voice doing? I don't know.
I'm Booth Pat, West Country, Orso, and Aussie.
In Aussie.
Even that's hard for me to switch between those two.
Or we can go to Zord Lord and threaten him about his husband's wife or whatever.
Well, how do we get into the casino without an invite? We need to get an invite. Let's go to the dinner party.
Well, like I
Shamoose.
said, I've got a date with Mitch to go to the casino. Don't know about you guys though.
well,
We could infiltrate while you go on the date.
We could sneak in.
I'm very sneaky.
I'm very sneaky.
Or we could go to the dinner.
I like food.
I love food as well.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, food's pretty good.
Whatever, it's up to you both. All of you, not both.
Hey,
all
we
of you.
could find this Zord guy and say that his husband. Not his husband. I'm
Zord's
trying
gonna
to
be
figure
there.
out the family tree. The woman he's sleeping with, her husband. Say he sent us to him to threaten him.
Oh, Bertie, you had an idea,
I did.
and it was beautiful.
I did it.
Oh, you did it,
I
mate!
did it. I did it. Come on, I did it. Is that good?
I might have to rethink the whole plan.
Rethink it because mine was good.
No,
What?
because you're real dumb.
What was
He
it?
just got it perfectly, though, mate.
What's wrong with that plan? That's a good one.
Think about it.
Okay.
We go in threatening, saying that the husband of the wife of the person you're shamoozing with is sent us to threaten. This guy owns 3 boats. He probably owns a whole security team. He's probably very wealthy. He's got a whole host of people that could kill us very quickly.
Right.
So we need to be careful is what I'm saying.
Don't you think the casino?
So we dress the goblin up like a woman.
Why don't we dress the goblin up as a high-class citizen?
Nice.
We pretend to be her guards. So we go
My
in,
bodyguard.
pretend to be bodyguards, and then maybe through that we can then infiltrate.
We fake it.
We fake it. Do we make it?
Do we make it?
Do we make it?
Now, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
Snake.
Maybe.
Snake mind.
Snake lines.
Maybe you guys could wear these turtlenecks and you're like my crew. Like, you know, you're my security firm.
The only issue is it does have our name emblazoned on the back.
We wear them inside out.
Holy shit. You're a genius.
But I meant that would just be your security firm. I'm just hiring you guys as...
With guns for hire. I like it.
Chris, is this Chris Perkins? Can you hear me?
Papa, can you hear me?
Inverse, it would say
Can you hear me?
abmams.
What I want to know is, at what point can I blow something up?
If it all goes wrong, and then you
Okay.
blow everybody up to conceal us.
Perfect.
Destroy all the evidence.
Sounds like my
So
kind of
take
jam.
a bomb just in case.
But after we take the money first. You know, don't blow up money.
Money?
There's going to be loads of money there. There's going to be rich people.
Yeah, we'll be pickpocketing as we go,
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I just wanted to get that clear.
It's very clear.
Okay, the money will survive.
Yes.
Cool.
So,
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get a room at the yawning portal.
Because I need to know that.
I know
just
it's already
so you guys are aware how this game works.
Yeah, we know.
I actually need to know where you're going and what you're doing.
What are we playing?
We're talking.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna get a room at the yawning portal. I'm gonna meet y'all in the morning. I'm gonna get my 8 hours. I need 8 hours. Otherwise, I'm real grouchy, and you don't want to see me grouchy. Okay?
I never thought I'd say this, but can you make sure you get me turtlenecks?
I will absolutely make sure that's gonna be the first priority. I'll meet y'all. Do you guys know where the embroider is? With the,
No,
All right, the
never
tailor.
needed such a
You can
service.
give them an address. Yeah.
I'll give you the address.
You know, corner of
I wrote it down on my palm.
Dragon
hand.
and Fifth.
Right there.
I'm just gonna take New York euphemisms now. Like I don't know how to describe it.
It's on 5th.
Dragon and Fifth.
Dragon on 5th.
oh,
Right
cool.
there. You'll see the big sign,
Dragon,
and I'll be outside with the turtlenecks.
5th.
You don't need to put it on yet.
On. It's a Sharpie as well. It's not going to move. 5th.
Right.
Dragon on 5th.
I like the way you think and
Right.
do things.
If that's the plan,
Very snake-like. Did
Do
you
I
fork
need-
your tongue too? Because I forked my tongue.
It's very
Look.
expensive.
I got individual control of the size of my tongue. You never know when you need to hold something in your tongue.
that's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen.
I'll see you all in the morning. I need my 8 hours.
See you.
In the morning we'll get pizza. Okay? Good night.
I'm off.
You had a question, Kim.
I was just going to go and wrestle. Do I need a tux? Or a dress?
We're gonna meet at the tailor's. We can buy one.
Okay. Good night.
Try some things on.
Good
You
night,
have you
Aquamamba.
can have a room at the yawning portal.
Thank
like we're not gonna make you. It doesn't matter.
How much does it cost?
It would be quite expensive at the yawning portal. It'd be like 10 gold a night.
Oh, that's fine.
Good night, Black Viper.
Good night, Bertie.
Good night, Boomer.
Good night, Bertie. You done me proud.
Good night, Grundle. Oh, no.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I
Are you
forgot.
allowed to, since Grundle's now dead and
Yeah.
not resurrectionable,
Yeah.
are you allowed to tell the audience what the spell was and all that?
And so, if you had identified him, I was going to have the special magic trait that he had was that you could shrink him down to the size of like a tiny pony shy horse, like little Sebastian from Parks and Rec.
What?
That's
So then
right.
that way you could have like got him into places and then use the command word to make him big again or make him small.
Wait,
killed-
so he's a tiny horse, not like I could hold him in my hand.
No, like a little Sebastian,
Oh,
like a
okay.
little shy horse, like a
Oh,
little.
man.
What do they call
So
them?
we
What's that
killed,
type of horse called?
We
Pygmy.
killed little
No.
Sebastian.
I didn't kill
There's a
little
name for
Sebastian.
him.
There is.
What's the name for the tiny horse?
Shetland pony.
Shetland pony.
That's it, yeah.
Wow, I knew that. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we killed
Um,
little Sebastian.
He killed little
Country
Sebastian.
I didn't kill him. A thing did.
We
But
need
you don't
to
even know.
avenge little Sebastian.
We do. We do.
So you take a long rest, or you get your hot points back, your spell slots, all your resources.
Did we level up?
No.
No.
Don't be expecting leveling up.
No.
Okay. You might get some level. You might get a couple of levels actually, but not yet. It'll be milestone based. So my understanding is you meet at the embroiders, at tailor's, where Aquamamba presents you with. I mean, Black Viper could probably fit into Fleur's turtleneck. You don't need to get a new one commissioned. So there is 4 black turtlenecks which say Mamba's Mercenaries on the back.
I swear I ordered It's fine. It's a long word. I'll probably have to pay more for that. How much was it?
I think you already paid it.
Already paid.
So there are 3 black fantasy turtlenecks.
Amazing.
You can figure out how those look.
Yeah.
How they work as I guess wool. They're like wool turtlenecks that
Really itchy.
Does mine fit?
Really itchy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
tight though.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's like really tight.
Hey, buddy, looking good.
They made it the biggest size they could. I like to think that it's like tight on the chest and the arms, but it fits.
Yeah.
But then it's really like short on the belly, like it like comes up quite
Me
short.
too.
So my belly button. Like,
Yeah, like your belly button
poking
kind of
out of
sticks
it.
out. Yeah.
Crop top.
Yeah. It's not quite crop top. It's a bit lower than a crop top, but it's certainly not the whole length.
Thank you very much, Black Mamba. Hand wash, cold.
Aqua.
Be careful with your detergents.
Wait, what did I say?
Could shrink.
Oh yeah.
Real easy.
Okay. And then what else are you doing? And then are you going to the casino or the dinner party? Because I'm still not clear on that.
I'm going to the dinner party.
You're going to the dinner party.
Okay. That's fine.
This is why I
That's
ask. And did you want to buy any more gear, or did you want to buy anything?
Boomer,
Yo,
let's get you all snazzy.
I'm looking pretty snazzy right now.
I
And
absolutely disagree.
as I say that, there's already holes in my turtleneck. Like it's all a bit frayed and
how
a bit
did you-
chewed.
I
It's
gave
like
it to you-
burnt a little, like one hole's
Yeah.
been smoldered, you
Yeah.
know, where you've been playing with
Yeah.
something.
It's like, you know, a punk wool jumper that's just one all frayed.
I
and
gave
like
that to you
ripped
literally a second ago.
apart. What? I'll live life on the edge.
I looked at you the whole time and now it's dirty somehow.
Yes.
I'm almost impressed. Anyway, we'll get you in a tuxedo. You can wear the the turtleneck underneath,
Okay.
just to make sure I know it's there.
Don't you guys need to dress up as well? I mean, he hasn't got a shirt.
We need to look like security,
Oh, yeah.
I
so
mean,
we'll just turn these turtlenecks inside out.
do
we
I-
already got shades.
I'm ready.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Perfect.
Out of interest, I mean, you kind of look like you'd fit in pretty well with the rich guys.
Thank you.
Because you're looking like...
But also
Clean.
everybody knows me because I'm the world famous detective Mamba.
Who? Oh. I mean, I know you.
Everybody knows me.
The,
Look.
Where am I right now?
In a shop.
Hey,
In a tailor shop.
shopkeep. You know who I am?
You're the fella that ordered them turtlenecks.
Yep. See? Everybody knows me.
wow.
Mambo number 5 or something.
Yes, Mark! Give in to our level. Sink down to where we
Yeah, I'm
are.
going to sink in when it's a random NPC and he's like, do you know who I am? Yeah, sure. I know who you are. You're the Mambo guy.
Thank you.
Mambo. Mambo Jambo.
Yes, enough.
So, what are you saying? So you
Hop,
can...
hop, hop, mambo.
Can't let people see this.
What?
He's sinking. He's sinking.
Saying random things.
Nice.
I gotta go incognito.
Alright, okay.
Okay, what kind of tux do you want, Boomer? Do you want like tailcoat tux? Do you want like modern sleek tux? Do you want
fucking know, I'm a
do you want a hat?
goblin.
Do you want a hat?
I want it all.
Yeah.
I want a white tux.
Okay. A white tuxedo, yes, very good. Pulls out like a little rack in front of you, like a halfling
Oh my
sized
god,
one.
shopping montage. We're all sat outside, you come out.
Like, no. Like it comes out in like a Regency, like tailcoats, cravat.
Maybe like a kilt or something.
Yeah. And then eventually, I imagine you come out in like a very sleek, like James Bond, black bow tie, but white suit, trousers. Very kind of like, yeah, very James Bond. Like, do you even have a surname? Like, the name's Boomer, something Boomer or something?
The name's Mur. Boomer.
There you go.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, and we get like the cut of like little cufflinks, but they're like little bombs,
Yeah.
like on the
Aw.
cufflinks. It's like, ooh, yeah. And
Bomb under my hat.
So you got like a top hat, and underneath there's like a very obvious like sticks of dynamite with a big alarm clock
There's a
on it.
fuse sticking out the top of the top hat.
Exactly. It's got like a little flap that you can lift up to get to the fuse.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Sure.
I'm so happy right now.
Great.
That sounds really expensive.
100 GP gem will cover this.
Okay,
Wow.
Black Viper's gonna pay. I'll see you guys outside.
I got the gem. I can do this. It's fine.
Nice.
I got this.
This is awfully convenient.
For you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, but it's obviously very, you would fit in well with society. Does not hide the fact you're a goblin. So
We need to get you some face paint.
What?
Face paint.
Why?
I got a disguise kit, I believe. Yes,
yeah,
I do.
You could change skin color. It's been,
Sit down, sit quiet.
What? No.
Close your mouth.
Quiet is not
Makeup
what?
montage.
So now we get the makeup montage of you get dancing
Like
lights
she's
to be
all
like
that
fairy
or
lights,
whatever.
and it's you know
really intense.
it's a vlog, it's a makeup vlog tutorial. Of,
Little ukuleles. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding,
like
ding, ding.
Contouring.
yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
Like
ding,
Aquaman's
ding.
like, no, we gotta angle the features. You gotta blend it in.
Putting the
I'm using Elminster's number 5.
Beautiful.
But
Oh,
yeah.
we're still in the embroidery shop.
You can't.
Just
Well,
sat in the middle of
I
the
prefer
shop.
this to be in the yawning portal, like sat in a
Nice.
corner of the yawning portal. All these crazy adventurers, like werewolves, like half werewolf men, like in the background, and burly barbarians and wizards, and bar fights going on, and Aquaman was just like, oh, this really brings out your eyes. Boom.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Can I roll for how well that went?
Yeah, so it would be a roll. This is going to
Please
be
pick up
D20 plus your proficiency bonus plus.
We haven't used
I
much.
would say this
I'm
is
a
going to
really
be
ugly goblin.
wisdom.
It's got 66, by the way. Wow.
Then
She's rolled very
22,
well.
29, 40,
He's a genius. He's a prodigy.
40.
So, this whole scene, what emerges from this, I mean, is unmistakable from a handsome, well-cut halfling man. Comes out, all of the goblin features, like the kind of slightly crooked nose, the kind of angled cheeks, have all been blended into being like
all
very
shading.
handsome, all shading.
All the
It's all just illusions of paint.
all the burn scars.
They're all been covered. Like he's giving you like a slight 5 o'clock shadow. So that slight edge of, oh, he's dangerous and rough, but still handsome. Like a Ryan Reynolds. You know, like a tiny Ryan Reynolds. That emerges
Amazing.
in the white suit. This could be Aquaman, but you think this may be your greatest achievement.
Wow.
Just step back from the final brush and a single tear.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna sign it.
You signed
On my ass.
I'm gonna put an AM
Where?
on your butt.
Yeah.
God, it's beautiful. If I do say so myself.
I feel most peculiar.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put on a voice.
I was putting on a voice.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put on a voice.
This is my posh voice.
That's terrifying. You're gonna have to figure that one out. Okay, are we ready for the dinner party?
Yeah, just let me know when Boomer gets here.
Boomer's here.
I am Boomer, Bertie.
What?
Didn't you just watch the 3 hours of me applying this makeup onto Boomer?
You think I'd sit here for 3 hours watching that?
I thought you were intently watching. I was so focused on my art.
I mean, my eyes might have been looking.
That's Boomer.
Oh, hey. No, where is she? He. What is Boomer again? Male. Keep
Mostly.
forgetting that.
Well, Boomer has tasked you with to protect this person. Okay?
Oh, hey. Who are you again?
My name is Murr. Mr. Murr.
Mr. Moore. What's your first name?
Boo.
Oh, hey, Boo. Well, okay. You're gonna be safe with me, Boo.
Now we need to
Mer.
find a way to get inside the dinner party. So, what's your cover?
I don't know. Fucking look at me. I'm a monster.
You're beautiful. You'll fit right in.
Oh, my own mum wouldn't recognise me.
We need to find a way into the.
She's eaten people that are like you, your mum.
Wow.
Bless
If you
her
flash
cotton
the
socks.
gem, maybe that'll get you in.
What? What gem?
The other.
What other
You don't know
gem?
about any other gems.
Oh, we sold the gem to get the tux.
Yeah.
So you guys can make your way to the North Ward, and you can
Let's
begin
just
making your
try.
way.
Just give it a go.
All right.
Fake it till we make it.
The North Ward is full of crowds and carriages carting nobles to and fro. Busy. All the streets are completely busy. The Growlhund Estate is on the edge of a busy street, and you can see that carriages are kind of around it at all hours. The whole estate is surrounded by streets. It's got a 12-foot high stone wall around the entire estate. There is a front guard. There's a front gate where 2 guards are currently stood. Do I have my... I did have... Yes, I do. I have a little map.
Cool.
So, I would say with Black Viper's obvious knowledge of all the rich houses in the area, you kind of vaguely recall the plans. And you can see a vague outline. So here is the main sort of gate leading in. There is a stable in the far corner over here where the kind of horses and the carriages are kept. And then the estate itself is this large building. The ballroom, where the dinner party is being held, is on the second floor and this area, which is above this area over here. Yeah, you can see that there are also guards that patrol around the outside. That are just kind of wandering around the stone gate outside. But yeah, you can see that there are two on the door, and there is a line of nobles being led in. However, it seems that nobles are only being allowed in their people. They're only allowing 1 or 2 people in at a time, even with guards. It's a 1 guard policy.
We're gonna have to sneak in.
Oh, that wall's pretty high, and you're pretty short.
I can jump.
You can jump that high?
No.
I can jump that high.
That's not what Bertie is thinking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not thinking that.
There's a wall around this entire...
Yes, you can see it's a 12-foot high wall. The buildings are obviously higher, so anywhere where there's buildings, the buildings stretch up.
So you're probably about boomer height, aren't you?
Yeah, halflings is like, you're like 3 foot. You're tiny.
I can scale up the roof, keep a lookout if need be. I can
got
watch
a
you
rope?
guys. Do I have a rope?
I really feel like I could do with someone's help here. I know that I am a wonderfully talented individual, but I am slightly outside of my comfort zone here. Hobnobbing with the hobnobs,
All we gotta do is talk like a posh person.
like you.
Exactly like me.
Oh, my name is Equimomba.
Yeah, that's offensive. Never say that again.
But you see what I mean, right?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing here? Am I threatening this guy? When do I get to blow him up?
You don't get to blow him up. Keep the top hat under control.
Hey, Mr. don't worry, I can do all the talking.
Help me.
Well, yeah, you can take one. You can take one person in with you. The other 2 will have to find a way to infiltrate.
Well, it seems like Black Viper can handle themselves getting in. And you're tall enough to potentially get in.
Or
been talking.
tall enough to get someone in.
Tall enough to get somebody in.
Oh, good
I mean,
boy.
you want in?
Maybe you could vault me in.
Say yes.
Do we have a long
Please
Yes.
say yes.
Vault you?
Yeah.
Go on.
Let's find the quietest side. Let's have a little scope of the perimeter.
Go on,
See
Bertie.
where there's no guards.
Go on.
Look for a window.
Uh-huh.
Do
And you
it.
throw me up.
Throw you up.
Do it.
Right now?
Not right now. Not right now.
Oh.
We'll do.
We'll do a recce.
Oh, okay. Just let me know. I'll be right here.
Okay.
Wait, am I coming with you?
Probably not.
Oh,
You're not very stealthy.
I mean, we could just go. Oh no.
I'm going to disappear before he finishes speaking.
Swoosh. Aquamamba.
I'm going to
Oh, he's
scope
already in.
around stealthily
Okay.
and find the quietest side
Okay, give me
with a
stealth check.
window.
Because there are guards patrolling the walls. There are guards on the outside, on the streets. They're kind of walking around the estate. Oh, that's not good for you.
Good. Good to know.
Oh, you've taken a lot of dice.
He's fucking with you. Yeah, he's fucking with you.
How much dice did you pick up then?
Yes.
Put some back.
I'm putting it back.
It's been a long time, little demon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you glad you put some of those dice back?
21 plus 6, 27.
27.
Aquamamba.
Close for you.
You take in and you begin scouting around, looking up. There are definitely windows on the actual estate proper. So any of around on these outside walls here, there are windows. The easiest point would probably be between the stables and the actual main building, because you notice that there is a kitchen door. There's this kind of area here, and it's also the point where if you wait for the guards to round this corner, it takes them the longest time to get round. You'll have the biggest window. However, as you're doing that, the guards stop and have a chat on the very far corner, which you weren't expecting, and they glance your way. You have to quickly throw yourself and disguise self to kind of whoosh.
Damn it.
You kind of whoosh, in order
There's
to
a spell.
escape.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to, but then they'll see you. So is there anything else you'd like to do to try and distract them rather than spending the spell slot?
Is there anything around there?
Because you're clearly like scoping the building out. You're not like you would be very obvious what you were doing.
Can I use my mage hand? Actually, no, that's just another spell. Actually, no, it's not. It's a cantrip. Can I use it to knock over something near them that's the opposite side?
Yeah, you can like. There's a carriage going past, or like a fruit wagon, and you could probably cause that to like something to fall off of that.
Knock off the thing to make a sound.
Yeah, so you quickly are like, huh! And the mage hand reaches out this ghostly little hand and goes, poof, knocks some stuff over. They don't seem to notice the actual hand itself.
Make it disappear quickly.
The shopkeeper's like, oi, and starts thinking that the guards have done it. They explain that they didn't do it, and they help him pick up the apples, which is enough time for you to back off and not look suspicious anymore.
Okay, I'm going to edge back to the group.
Aquamamba.
And as soon as I see them in range of 120 feet, I have to get all the way to them. I'm going to ping to Bertie, message in his mind.
Come to me quickly.
Where?
Around the corner.
Oh, okay. And I'll head towards. Would there be any direction to that voice?
No, there's no direction. It's just a whisper. It's like a whisper in your ear.
Around the corner, come on.
I suppose, I guess, we'll say even, left, right, odd. So it's your right ear, you hear this whisper.
And I head that way.
Okay.
Is that the right way?
No, when you make a... Roll a d20 for me, Chris Trott. I'll steal a mechanic from Stars Without Number.
10.
Oh, Bertie starts walking in the wrong... And he turns right, which is in the right way, but then you say round the corner, and there's another alleyway that just goes off in a different part of the street, and Bertie just rounds that and starts going down that corner.
Yep.
Black Viper, you watch this ridiculousness happen.
like-
You just see Bertie go, okay, out loud talking to something,
It's
and
like
just
on the
start
roof.
walking in the wrong direction. You can see Aquamamba on the corner
Bertie. Bertie.
Huh? Hey.
That way.
Where? Oh.
That way.
Oh, there he is. Hey. Oh.
Quickly.
Okay.
Throw me and then get back.
What? Oh. Okay. And I'll stumble up to him, grab him with my left hand,
yeah.
Which
And
left
just-
hand?
the good
The
left,
left
hand,
hand.
the left hand, and launch him.
Okay, that's going to be athletics. However, this is a difficult throw.
Is it?
Yeah, where you're trying to throw probably somebody that weighs it's a heavy weight. You're trying to pick it up and throw it with enough velocity to not just get over the thing, but get him on top of the thing and not hurt him as well. You're trying to throw him without.
I'm not trying to not hurt him.
Okay, sure. I'll lower the difficulty then.
Cool.
He never throws me with care.
No. I think I hurt you when I threw you as well. I'll take 4d6 for this. Whoa. 10, 16, 17, 21, plus 9, 30.
Okay, 30.
Yeah.
You clear the fence.
Whoa!
Just whoosh, thrown up quite easily. Swiftly, smoothly, you fly up into the air. However, Bertie throws you with such force that you don't land on top of the wall. It's not an accurate throw. He just throws you with strength. You sail over it, and you begin to plummet about 12, 15 feet down.
Okay. Just gonna take the fall. Gonna
4
ragdoll.
points of damage.
4.
4 points of damage as you kind of boom, hit the ground, tuck into a little combat roll. Yeah.
You all good?
You can't whisper. You can't message.
He doesn't know that though.
Yeah. Okay. So you're good.
You can talk
Out
to
of
me.
wall.
And you can't see him anymore.
Hey, did you
this
make it?
12-foot high wall is in your way. I believe message needs line of sight.
Within range. You can cast the spell through solid objects. If you're
Okay.
familiar with the target, know it's beyond the barrier.
Ah, there you go. Okay, fair
Cast
enough.
again.
Corrected.
A little lighter next time. Bring the others. Oh, no, actually, no, it's fine.
Aquamember is about here.
I did it. I got him in.
Good job.
Why is everyone not really talking? I got the guy in.
I don't really know what the plan is, to be honest. I'm sort of trying not to move very much so that I don't dirty this suit.
Well, am I going in next, or are you going up the wall?
I can scale the wall. That's fine. I can go up.
Bam,
Keep a
let's
lookout.
go.
Ah, looks like I'm stuck with you. What am I supposed to be doing here?
Acting like everyone else. See this? You see the guys. Just copy what they do,
Okay.
and then we'll look out for Zord Zardoz. If he makes an appearance, we'll pounce.
And am I threatening him?
No. You are covert. You are what's the term for it?
Inside man.
Yes. Well done.
Okay.
You are the inside man.
I don't know how I know that.
You need to signal us. Yes, you can signal us when you see Zardo.
Okay.
You find Zardoz, yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the signal? Blow something up.
No. Do you have a flare or something bright that's not gonna blow up? Something that we.
Oh, I do.
Oh hey, I've got I've got some antitoxin, got a backpack, got a block of incense, got a book,
Don't
got some
stop.
Okay.
got a grenade, smoke grenade.
Yeah.
Maybe the smoke.
I've got a lantern.
Maybe the smoke.
I've got a flare.
You've got a
some,
flare.
I've got some soap.
Flare would be good. That's very nice, Bertie. Thank you. It is very good. It's lots of very useful stuff.
Good to
Sure.
keep clean.
Bertie, when we go in there, you're gonna have to zip this. Okay? No talking. Okay.
Do I know what
Love you,
Zord Zardo looks like?
No.
Okay, cool.
None of you know what he looks like. He's new to the city. He's been keeping himself to himself on his ship. You just know the name. You just
Would
know
you
this
kinda
name,
know-
Zord Zardoz.
Would you kind of know what a Luskan looks like?
They tend to be Luskan. You would know. Kind of think a bit Russian, so kind of like slightly like grizzly beard, kind of that short, kind of croppy hair. They've got like a very fierce look to them.
Great
fierce
big
demeanor.
bushy beard.
Yeah, but kind of not like big, like kind of solid beard.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like big, thick
You'd
like
light
this,
a
but
fire
like
with it.
yeah, like a Ron Swanson moustache, but all over the face.
What, man? What?
You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's just Kim.
Heard on Ron Swanson. What's
Yeah.
wrong with it?
That's fine.
I like a man who likes breakfast meat.
He's a manly man.
He is.
Obviously,
And
that's
plaid shirts.
yeah. There you go. So okay, so Bertie, you're going to go with Boomer.
Yeah.
So you're going to walk in through the front gate and get into this party by posing as a noble and guard. What are you doing to get in, Black Viper? Are you going to scale the wall?
Scale the wall
So you're going to climb up.
like a spider.
Okay. Like
a spider snake.
Like a spider snake. Give me an athletics check.
Cool.
Don't forget.
And all of these.
Now you're getting into
I feel
it.
like we're going to wreck Rhiannon's voice.
Oh,
All of
that's
these.
5 dice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, she's
10,
not only
14,
in and over
20,
that wall, she's actually
35.
on
She's
the
stolen
sun.
something on the way.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
grabbing a wallet.
So you kind of pull out a little grapple hook attached to your hand crossbow. You attach it to your belt. Dun, 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 you climb
Can I
in.
be humming while I'm doing it?
Yeah, you
Dun, 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 dun.
you get to the top of the wall, you see that the guards are about to hit you. Lie flat, you wait for the guards to pass on the inside, you then roll, the rope around your weight lets you kind of like abseil, like it kind of winds down, stops you from hitting the ground Mission Impossible style.
Wow.
You then backflip up, pull the rope free, coils back round, load it back in, and then you slip into the shadows next to Aquamamba.
Show off. Come on, you're wasting time.
So you can, from the smell emanating from the room beside you, it leads into the kitchen. So you can see there's this large kitchen suite, which is being used to prepare all the food for the dinner party and things like that.
All we gotta do is wait for the other two to get in. Yeah. And then we'll meet up with them.
Okay. Good plan. Bertie and Boomer, you make your way. You join a very short queue, as most of the guests seem to have made their ways inside now, and you are. The two guards stop you.
Good evening, sirs.
How can I help you?
I have been invited to this party.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Mr. Mud.
I'll just have to check the guest list. Will only be a moment. Steps aside. You can see he pulls out like a small notebook. Begins flipping through it. Do you want to do anything? Well, he flips through his notebook, looking for the name.
Sweat a little bit.
And there's 2 of them there.
2 guards.
How many other people are around?
You are the only ones. There is a busy street. Like the streets all around the manor are very, very crowded and busy. But there are only 2 guards directly by you right now. But if you do anything very obvious, it could very easily be spotted by the public. But it would take probably take the public time to do anything or call guards or anything like that. But how much time, you don't know. And do you want to raise an alarm?
No. I'm going to let them read
Okay.
their list.
He reads the list, he comes back. I'm very sorry, sir. There doesn't appear to be a Mr. Murr on the guest list.
I am a guest of Mr. Zord Zardoz. We met on his casino boat. I'm a last-minute addition.
Give me a deception check.
That's a lot of dice.
This is going to be a hard one to do, though. You're going to need those extra dice.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, plus 6.
Plus 6, wow. So 37. 37? It's 30 plus 6, right?
31 plus 6.
I'll take 1 plus 6, okay. Yeah, he kind of looks for a moment. He kind of glances. He's like, just give me a moment, sir. I'll just need to confirm with the lady of the house.
1 moment, sir. And there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of slip 2 gemstones, one in each hand. And be
Okay.
like, for your trouble, I don't want to be an inconvenience.
He looks at this 100 gold gem. Pockets it. Oh my good Mr. Murr, please let us let you inside. And you can see now he turns. He's like, oh, Lady Growlhund has been very particular with the security this time around. He touches the gate, and there is a shimmer of magic as it unlocks, and then he opens it. Please, you and your guard are welcome inside. Your bodyguard will be requested to remain downstairs during the party, but there is a room set aside for such folk.
Of course.
Thank you, Mr. Murr. Thank you very much. You have a lovely evening now, sir.
Thank you, my dear boy.
Oh yes, thank you. And then when they close the gate, you see him hurriedly whisper to the guy next to him. They look at the gemstone. They turn around and then they just fucking book it. They just leave. They're like, we're made, son. We can do it. We're gonna leave this city, this shit job.
Wow.
It's like you just handed somebody like a couple of grand.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're like, there you go, son.
Yeah.
It's for your trouble. So yeah, they just fucking leave and make their way off. Inside, once you step actually into the grounds, you can see that the grounds themselves. And Aquamember and Black Viper, you're kind of waiting patiently in this kind of little nook behind the building. But Boomer and Bertie, you see this. The grounds you can see that there are dogs, like patrol dogs, that have been basically not chained up, but they are currently just like sat in some positions. They're playing with some sort of toy or something like that. They don't seem to be active, but they're definitely around. There's 3 of them, kind of running around. You're led by a serving attendant in a beautiful uniform who leads you in, opens the door, and leads you into a great hall, basically. It leads you into like a large hall. You can see that there are paintings of a very regal-looking noble family, olive skin, dark hair, very regal-looking clothing, the Growlhund. And these paintings and portraits are all over the place. You can see that there is a staircase as you go in on your right that leads up. Which would be this staircase here. This is the grand hall itself. There is a fireplace that you can see that is currently roaring with a fire and logs. And there are people beginning to mingle. The grand hall, you can see that there are maybe 2 other guards. One is a tabaxi, a cat person, who is dressed in a very fine silk vest, large silk pantaloons with a sash, and a pair of bejeweled daggers kind of tucked in behind them. And you can see that he has a large bowl of milk.
Okay.
He's just like sipping it, his little whiskers covered in milk as he looks around. But he looks very serious. He's like,
Judging.
Judging, keeping an eye on things. And the other guard is a dwarven woman who is wearing what probably was a dress, but big slits have been cut into the side of it. So it's almost like just 2 flaps of fabric, one in front, one in back. And this pair of incredibly muscled thighs, it fit into a very sleek pair of stilettos, just kind of peeks out. And you can see that the dress is plumped up, her chest heaved forward, braided hair falling around her behind a slim, like, bejeweled necklace. And then in her hands is a fuck-off hammer. And she's just kind of, like, looking around with these stilettos, elegantly walking around.
Boom is in love.
Yeah, and she just kind of, like, gives a nod. Well, looking over at you, because you are currently in this incredible disguise, why not just roll a d20 and add your charisma? This isn't like a test. I just want to see like what kind of impression you would naturally make.
And charisma?
Yeah, your charisma bonus.
10.
10. Okay. There is definitely. As you step in, and she kind of watches you, and if you look her way, there's a. Like this.
I'm definitely giving her a wink back.
Okay, yeah. She just kind of like nods and grins, but you are led to the stairs where the party is being held. But she watches you heading upstairs, thinking you to be some handsome halfling fellow.
I am a handsome goblin
No,
fellow.
you're a disgusting goblin.
Only some.
And yeah, you are led upstairs. The party upstairs is a very typical noble soiree. There are servants with drinks and fine wine, little pinkies out, little canapes on silver platters being headed around. And there is lots of mingling and talking of business in the city. And yeah, Boomer, you are left downstairs with the dwarf and the cat man. Bertie, that's it. That's
Can I
you.
not try to go upstairs?
You try, but then the servants are like, no, sir, you must wait down here.
Oh no, the guys on the door said I can go up with her. Him.
Give me a deception check.
Bam. Wow, natural 1. That's 10 with my deception, which is -1, so 9.
Nice.
I think you must be confused, sir. And there are guards here as well. There's a couple of house guards kind of posted around. They're like, no, you have to stay here. You must be confused, sir.
No, definitely not confused. You can go and talk to him.
Bertie,
Huh?
behave yourself. I'll bring some little canapes for you later.
Some what?
Go mingle with the other folk.
Okay, fine. Have fun with your canapes.
I will.
There is the guards kind of watch Bertie a little more closely. And yeah, you are led upstairs.
But they did say I could.
I don't know if Tom is confused or if he's just playing this really well. I can't tell.
Playing it.
The guys on the door said I could.
Bertie!
I'm going to move on.
He doesn't let us in.
Do we hear Bertie?
Yes, you do.
Go talk to
like,
him.
You hear it like really muffled, like, the guards said I could.
That's our cue. Let's go.
Okay, you're going to sneak in.
Let's go.
Okay, so how are you doing this? Because the doorway in front of you leads into the kitchens. You can smell the cooking and things being done in there. How are you doing it?
Look at me, Black Viper.
In fact, actually,
It's a test.
I don't know if it is actually the. I don't know if it is the kitchens.
No?
I need to check.
want
I need to check on D&D Beyond because I have the module here.
You said we were here?
You guys are in the back in the. You are in the gun. You are here. You went over the wall. So that's the coach house. Oh, sorry. So the building, the door you can see right in front of you. You can hear that there are several guards inside playing cards, and appears to be some sort of barracks. You can peek through the keyhole, and it's a guard barracks.
To the left here.
To the left there, that is the kitchens.
I see.
So this is the kitchens. This is the guard barracks.
Okay, and am I in the...
And then you are the grand hall. You have gone upstairs, and you are now in here. You are led through this doorway into a large ballroom. The ballroom is extremely extravagant. At the far end, there is a fireplace lit, and the flame is green. You can see it's a green flame fire. There is a chandelier, 2 chandeliers. Above the fireplace is a mounted, huge, a dire elk's head. It's enormous. With these huge curling antlers of which gold and silver charms have been dangled from. All of the tables and chairs have been kind of pushed to the edges, and there is a small band playing in the corner, little violins, like in the corner. And yeah, you are kind of left mingling with all these nobles who are all talking politics and business and things like that.
Fucking A.
Yeah, and then Bertie is down in the grand hall with the guards. So Aquamumba and Black Viper, you sneak into the kitchens, and are you just trying to keep a low profile? Or are you going to try and make it look like you belong? Because you're obviously dressed like in leathers and a cloak and a mask. You are in a blue stripy suit, or are you in the turtleneck?
Turtleneck's on top of that.
Turtleneck's on top of that, so it's like blue suit, turtleneck, and you've got this weird stick.
That's a cane.
Sure.
It's an elegant golden cane.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
It is.
You gotta act like you belong, just like a snake.
I agree.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go. Aquamap.
I'm just gonna walk
So you just
in.
walk into the kitchen. As you walk into the kitchens, you see that there is a half-orc with a very wrinkly face, swept back kind of brown hair, who is just shouting at the staff. You fucking idiots! I ordered this was 20 minutes ago! And he's just shouting and hollering. And you can see that the chefs are terrified of this guy because he is jacked. He has got these enormous arms, and when he slams the table down, it makes the whole thing shake. He picks up a huge meat cleaver and starts just chopping like this meat in front of him.
And that's what I said to Zord. Oh,
What the fuck are you doing in my kitchen?
please excuse us. We seem to have taken a wrong turn.
Sorry. And he's like, taking a wrong turn?
Yeah.
Gets 2 pieces of bread. How do you make a wrong turn in a fucking kitchen?
How dare you? I'm a guest of honor. Zord, you do not treat a guest like that.
I'm gonna poke him with a cane
Okay.
as I'm speaking.
Give me
in
an
his belly.
intimidate check.
It's not good, is it?
18.
18.
Not too bad.
Oh, that's all right.
He looks at you.
How dare you?
You know who I'm a fucking guest of? He leans, he's like, you know who I'm a fucking guest of?
Some sort of...
Good fucking cooking, and I don't want people in my kitchen ruining it.
Well, you could
If
easily...
you're a guest, go around the fucking front.
Well, please escort me out. We got
Lost
confused.
on the grounds. It's a very
We
big
got
place.
give a prosecco.
Why the fuck are you wearing a mask?
I thought this was.
Is this a fucking costume party?
That's what I thought it was. Did not the invite not say a costume party?
And he's just like, right. And he like points at, he's like, you lot better have the second course done by the time I get back, or you're out. Right, follow me.
You got any nibbles?
Fucking nibbles upstairs. I don't do nibbles. And he leads you out, back out into the gardens, and then round the outside to lead you in.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's not
finally.
a
Some
costume.
fucking compliments.
You might have to remove your mask. How embarrassing.
That's true.
And if you want to look like a fucking idiot, I suppose that's up to you. Right. And he marches up to the door, points to a servant. 2 of your fucking guests trying to come in my kitchen. Take them in there. And they're like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chef Gordon.
Ramza.
Gordon Ramza.
We led to the main hall.
And you are led into the main hall where you see, what is Bertie doing in the main hall?
Who's here?
So there is a couple of like generic looking guards in armor with like swords at their hips and things like that. And then you see the cat man who is
Suspiciously drinking as
he's
well.
probably finished his milk at this point and he's wiping he's like
I mean, I don't know.
Sounds like my cat.
he's just like wiping his mouth and looking around and you can hear a faint purring and he puts the bowl down. And then this dwarven woman is now kind of like sat in an oversized chair. She's got the hammer with the head on the floor with a long like shaft of it pointing upwards. And she's just sitting very elegantly kind of like on this chair looking around. And then there's you in your turtleneck.
Where am I expected to go?
Stay here.
Just stay here. Are there no more bodyguards here?
I told you to stay here, didn't I? I said,
Yeah. So.
"Don't
Oh, I thought they said there'd be more bodyguards down here as well. Wait,
There's two. There's 2 more bodyguards.
Oh, they are. Oh, I thought they were just random guards. Okay.
No, the Tabaxi man and the dwarven woman definitely look like experienced fighters.
They look like
and then there's
experienced
2
fighters.
general-looking guards.
And then I'm just sat cross-legged on the floor.
Okay, so you just like
Yeah.
deactivate.
sure.
And I'm just cross-legged on the floor in like the middle of the room.
Okay. So it probably took Aquamamba and Black Viper by the time they thought they heard your signal and Chef Gordon escorted them in. It was maybe like 10 minutes or something, just like by the time he had finished shouting at you and then led you round.
Hey.
Hey, Bertie.
Hey.
Oh, hey! Am I being silent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's respectful.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
Yes, you wouldn't want anyone to hear what you're saying. This cat man is just watching you.
He's our guest of honor.
Huh? You mean Mr. Murr?
Yeah.
Oh, he's upstairs.
Why aren't you with Mr. Mo?
They wouldn't let me in. I kept telling them. The people on the door.
Okay. It's okay. People on the door. It's playing quieter.
Oh, the people on the door wouldn't let me in.
You went up again. Did
Oh,
you hear
sorry.
that?
Okay, so
Did you hear
the
it?
people on the door, they wouldn't let me in, even though.
You got up again.
Oh, okay.
Doing good.
They wouldn't let me upstairs.
So you're all huddled together whispering, and the Catman is just huddled next to you. He's like leaning in.
Excuse me?
Yes.
We're having a private conversation here. Would you mind?
Oh, really? I could not tell because I could hear you from the other side of the room.
He's got a problem with his volume.
Clearly.
Hey, how come you're not up there?
Oh, I'm one of the guards, my good friend.
Did the people on the door say you could go up?
Of course not. We're guards, my good man. We are meant to stay down here. Only the guests are allowed upstairs. And Kajut is... Tabaxi is not allowed upstairs.
Could you please point me to the bathroom? I need to wee.
Well, certainly it is just... And he points to this little room over here.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to the toilet. If you don't see me for a while, it's because I've fallen in. Wink.
We're falling into the toilet. That sounds like a bad thing.
It is more common than you might think.
I'm only a halfling.
All right, well, yell if you get stuck.
Tabaxi are always falling in toilets.
I'm gonna go to the toilet. Okay. I'm gonna take my turtleneck off and disguise self
Okay.
as someone with an incredible tuxedo.
Okay.
Very similar,
Okay.
but with a slightly different face.
Okay.
You just can't stand it, can you?
Yeah.
I'm
Got
gonna
little white
And then you
tights.
emerge.
break the door
Okay.
and wait until the Catman is not looking at the staircase
Okay.
and try and get past.
So you can try and avoid him. So that's a stealth check. Which Aquaman should be good at.
18.
Oh,
So I
hey,
didn't add any
Aquaman boy.
dice.
You look, you glance, he looks around, and then you step out. He says that. And then as you begin making your way swiftly, as the Catman look around, you just... see that you've put on a different face.
Yes. Could you lead me upstairs?
He just
I appear
grins.
to have lost my way.
He grins, and at this point, the dwarven woman is like, "Oh, for goodness sake, man, no." She looks over, and the guards have been kind of not paying too much attention, and she just saunters over them, kind of like they bend down, and she kind of flirtatiously kind of leans in, showing off her ample bosom, and whispers something, and they kind of are like, and then they go off somewhere, maybe to fetch drinks or something like that, and then she turns around, and she's just like, "Well, we all know that you're up to something. Even I could tell that you were wandering in there to change your appearance."
Whatever do you mean? I caught
Whatever you are doing, considering that they have the presence of the illustrious Black Viper, I can only imagine that it is something quite interesting.
Oh.
And the Tabaxi are curious people. And he kind of just like rubs his face, because that's the only thing I can do on camera. That's what I keep on.
Hey, who's your upstairs guy?
I'm here with a certain individual who operates many businesses across the Sword Coast. Works with adventurers primarily.
Does he not have a name?
He prefers to keep his name secret.
Yeah.
You're working for them, are you, Catman? Interesting.
What about you? Who's your guy?
Oh, I'm here with a friend of the Silver Hand.
Do none of these people have names?
Again, they prefer to keep it. They keep slipping between the fucking Catman. They prefer to keep them quiet mainly. But yes, a friend of Lariel Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep. That's who I'm here for.
Oh, cool.
And who are you all here for? I'm so interested.
They're here with me. Who just came out the
Oh,
toilet.
please, my good man. There's no need to insult our intelligence.
I thought
We're not
we were...
here to. We're not going to stop you in whatever you're up to. We're merely interested.
Well, we have no qualms with whoever you're with. We're just trying to get into the casino.
So you are here to meet with Mr. Zord, Zardoz Zord, I see.
Yeah, we got some time.
He prefers not to be named.
I am quite,
Sassy Bertie doesn't quite work.
I am quite interested to see Mr. Zardoz himself. He has been making quite a name for himself in Waterdeep, but yet has not shown his face anywhere. Quite curious.
All we want to do is get inside the casino. We have no other business.
Very well then, I suppose off you go. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Thanks for distracting the
We'll
guards.
that's no problem. I like teasing men like that. Foolish.
You're quite distracting.
Thank you.
I should
You're
learn-
not.
Not at all. I should really up my game.
You really
I'm a
should.
bit washed up.
There was a really handsome halfling fellow that passed by earlier. I wouldn't mind seeing him again if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you should really schmooze with him. He's a wonderful, wonderful person underneath. You gotta get to
Seems
the heart of
curious.
him, though.
Yeah, and if you guys want to go upstairs, then I'm going to stop you.
You go upstairs. Yeah.
I'll meet up. I'll rendezvous. And we ex-nay on the Schneebay.
The what?
As you guys turn to start heading up the stairs, there is a strange noise. You hear a thunderous kind of crack, an explosion of glass.
Oh my god!
And
Another
the
explosion.
Well, this one is like a dull thud, like a kind of like poof kind of explosion, not like an enormous fireball. The doors leading into this grand hallway that you're currently stood in with these two other figures, they are flung open. There is a bright flash of light that momentarily kind of blinds you for a second. And coming in through the doors, you see two men with large, tall tower shields and hand crossbows over the top, wearing all black, and you can see the black symbol of the winged serpent on their hands. And behind them comes a man with a larger crossbow over the top in the kind of strike force team. We cut and we see Boomer up in the main hall, and as you've been kind of schmoozing and things like that, you see emerging from a room is a woman, beautiful woman, dark skin, olive hair, kind of dark hair tied up, with a very handsome looking half-orc bodyguard at her side, wearing breastplate with a huge greatsword on his back. She introduces herself as Yala Growlhund and welcomes the party. This is why you guys were talking to the bodyguards. She welcomes, welcome friends, welcome to my evening, I hope you will enjoy it. I have some momentary business to deal with, and then we shall begin the festivities. We have a lovely band playing with us this evening. There will be a number of drinks and food available too, and of course we welcome wonderful conversation here. I will also bring out my small clockwork wonders to show you as well, in honor of the Festival of Wonder, and we have many more guests still to arrive, so please enjoy yourselves. And then she begins to merge off, and you see her move over to a side door, which seems to lead a side door. I'm just checking on the thing. No, there's not a side door. She goes to go back out the way that you came in, sorry. As she reaches the door, I'm assuming, do you try and go and speak to a Boomer, or are you going to try and like commingle with other people?
I like to think that I am stood in the middle of the room with a tray of canapes.
Just eating them.
Eating them, but poshly. Like, you know, trying not to get crumbs on everything. And also regaling people with tales.
Okay, all right.
Really bawdy tales.
Give me just roll a d20 plus charisma, because, no, persuasion, make this a persuasion check.
Performance?
No, performance would be good, actually. Yeah, no, performance perfect.
Am I allowed to add dice to this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, use it all. We've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, and anything we don't use goes to Mark.
Or the whole lot could go to Mark next time anyway.
19,
Christ.
20, 21.
You have
Lots.
lots. You have this hall enraptured, and in fact, the woman kind of pauses to overhear.
They're really bawdy.
Yeah,
really
I mean,
bawdy.
but they love that. They're like, oh, he's so cheeky. Oh, we love it. And they're like listening in and like it's almost like this forbidden thing. Like, oh, you're saying all the things that they're normally not allowed to say. Oh, who's this mysterious man? And there's many male and female eyes who are like, oh, look at this. Look at this little fellow. And they seem infused by your vigor.
Halfling.
Yeah.
My balls are itchy.
Yeah, like, you
Talking
know,
about some Rumpty Dumpty.
lots of this, but they love it. They're enchanted by it. And as you have them got it, you see the woman kind of glance over, kind of curiously, as if to maybe head over, when you see the fireplace, the giant dire elk head kind of shakes for a moment as there's like a rumble, and they're like, somebody comments like, oh, is there a storm coming? And then the ceiling above the ballroom a perfect circle. There is like a crack of thunder and a crack. The big chunk of the ceiling falls down. You dive out of the way. Many of the nobles dash out of the way, and abseiling down from a small airship hot air balloon is a strike force of Zentrim agents in armor with crossbows and swords. And then landing atop this rubble pile is the leader, a half ogre with an enormous chain-fed crossbow cannon. Like looms down. It's like, where is Yala Growlhund? Give us what we've came here for. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Jeez.
Welcome to Rainbow Six Dragon Heist.
Wow.
Or slash the big turn of the movie where, a minigun wielding giant arrives.
The Zentrum.
Wow, the Zentrum.
That's cool.
So, these dice are mine.
Yeah, they are. They're all yours. Congrats.
How many have I got? 5.
And the next set of Idle Champions dice could
10,
either go to you
11.
or to
Well,
us.
again, that's if they can get it working. They were going to work on that.
Yeah.
So there you go. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yeah.
Very much so.
How did you find it, Rhiannon? Do you enjoy being the Black Viper?
I like being Black Viper. It's so good. So fun.
Thank you for coming on. We'll have to get
That's
you back
all
potentially next week, regardless, so you can continue playing the Black Viper as this combat escalates. And that's it. You can check out Dragon Heist. It's available on D&D Beyond now, and I'm pretty sure it's available in local gaming stores. A lot of this is not in it.
Yeah.
I'm taking things and adding a lot and playing around with
no
stuff.
spoilers.
Yeah, there is some spoilers, but I'm also marring it with other things. There's no crossbow wielding minigun half ogre, I'm sad to say.
But there could be.
But there could be in your game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your game, your rules.
So your game, your rules. I'm like, look at this, fucking on branding already. I love it. Do this for a short time and already just like your game, your rules. So
D&D.
your game.
Put it in the game.
That's a free one, Wizards of the Coast. That's
You're
a
welcome.
free one. You're welcome.
Take down what EA.
There's more coming on the D&D channel. There's loads more happening all throughout the week. Check that out. It's all on their Twitch schedule. You can check out. We've been the High Rollers. You can check us out every Sunday, 5 p.m. UK time. That's about 9 a.m. Pacific. On twitch.tv/yogscast or twitch.tv/HighRollersD&D. It's a homebrew campaign called Erois. Sky Islands, airships, cool, weird future tech,
And it's
space stuff.
Relatively new as well, so
Super new, you can jump in.
catch up.
It's really easy to catch up. We've only done, 9 episodes, I think, of the new campaign? So you can check that. You've also got our old campaign. It's all on our YouTube channel. You can check that out as well if you'd like to see more. This is obviously a very zany, ramped up version of what we do. But you can check that out. We'll be back next week for more Dragon Heist to see how this all goes down. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
bye, buddy.
Go play Idle Champions!